everybody, and welcome back. I am in the process of testing out a brand new camera today, and with that in mind, this is really an excuse to do that. You might have noticed I haven't actually done a lot of videos in the recent past, but I'm hoping that the new camera will sort of reinvigorate things and get me moving again, and you know, that we'll start doing a little bit more. And if you're curious, what I picked up is a Sony Alpha A6000. The A6000 is a mirrorless, kind of a small camera. Actually, here, let's take a look at it. So far, I'm really liking it. It does everything that I need it to do, and some of the recent photos that I've taken of my work, which you're about to see, and I'll point them out, were shot with this camera. So why don't we just go take a look at some of my recent work. On my last video, I had been working on some Starfleet minis, and then I never followed that up with any more sort of work in progress shots. So why don't we take a look at the finished models. There are actually 7 of these minis, and these are from the Starfleet 2400 who knows? Is the Star something 2400? Starline, there it is! Starline 2400 line of minis. These, they're kind of hit and miss in terms of quality. I like the finished products, but it took a lot of work to get here, and even where they are, there are things about these minis that really kind of piss me off, like areas where the detail kind of sucks, or areas where the casting kind of sucks, and well, you know, they are what they are. But there's a bunch of them. And I got decals for everything, and that part all worked really well. I mean, like I said, the final results, I'm happy with the work, but the ships are sometimes really frustrating to work with. So next on the list, okay, so this is the fire spray for X-Wing. This was a repaint that I did, and this wasn't a commission. This was actually for an exchange. On Board Game Geek, there is the Miniature Painting Guild, which any of you could join if you're interested. And the guild had a painting mini exchange. And so this was my entry into the exchange. And it was actually a lot of fun to do. What this model ended up being is sort of an experiment with Vallejo's chipping medium. Chipping medium is a material that you put essentially in between 2 layers of paint. So you'd have, for example, on this one, the gray primer coat, then the chipping medium, and then the red or the black. And then once those coats were on, then I went back, wet the model down some, and then worked at the areas where the chipping medium was, and you can kind of pull up the paint so that you get the gray primer showing through, and you get a very realistic chipping effect because the paint is actually chipped. Go figure. The final result was really good. The Bantha skull, or Mythosaurus, if you will, the symbol on the front of the ship is all hand painted. I actually have a stencil for this that I've cut with my silhouette, and it disappeared. And so, because I didn't want to wait, I went ahead and hand painted it, which I don't normally like to do. That's why I cut stencils. That's why I spent the money on the thing. But in the end, I think it turned out pretty well. And, you know, very happy with the thing overall. Some people have some quibbles about my canopy the shininess of it versus the weathering of everything else. But you know what? I like it. Then I did a couple more repaints, and these were commissions. I did a Defender, which was a pretty straightforward dark gray and black with a red canopy, and I think it looks awesome, and I'm very tempted to go ahead and just repaint all of my TIE fighters in this color scheme, because for as simple as the paint scheme is, looks pretty nice. This one is also a little bit of a created some discussion, let's say, because of the engine glow in the back. And there were some people who were saying that, oh no, the engines should just be 2 red points of light, and others saying, no, that's the engine area. And yeah, like I said, lots of discussion about it, but at the end of the day, it kind of is depicted both ways. Well, really, it's mostly depicted the way I painted it, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, and then I finally did a Phantom with the cloaking effect in progress. And as you might recall, I did a TIE Interceptor with that effect a little while back, and so that was again another commission piece. Then I've actually had a chance to do some stuff for myself recently. This piece is a Warlord Games Hanomag SDKFZ 251/1. I can't believe I remembered all that. And this was this is for my bolt action army. And in fact, here's a couple more pictures of my bolt action army as it stands so far. The infantry that you're going to see here are from Perry Miniatures. It's part of their plastics line. And of course, both of the vehicles, both the tank and the half-track, which you see in the background there, are both from Warlord Games. Bolt Action is a game I've played a little bit, and I'm hoping to play some more. Now, speaking of other games that I've played a little bit and want to play some more, I managed to do a Warcaster for my Retribution of Skyra, whatever, army, for War Machine. And I'm a big fan of War Machine, but it's another game that I don't play very often. So I actually was really happy with this model. The base is, of course, cork to begin with, but then the foliage at her feet is all moss taken from my yard, and I got that idea from Meg Maples, who apparently does that a lot herself. Anyway, that is it for the moment. I'm still doing some more work on my bolt action army. I'm trying to get that to a point where I have kind of a beginner's set. Working a little bit more on my Infinity Force, which I'm hoping to have some Shaolin monks for my Juqing army before the new edition of the rules come out. And I actually have another commission that I'm working on, but November and December tend to be my least busy periods. So actually what that means is if you were considering having me paint something for you, now is the perfect time to do it, because I can usually turn things around pretty quickly. But once January rolls around, then everybody's Christmas money, starts burning a hole in their pocket, and I fill up with commissions again. So just saying, if you were thinking about having me do something for you, now is the time to do it. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching and helping me test out my camera, and we'll talk to you later.